actually a really, really good truck.
I mean, I would love to win. I would love to win. That sounds like a blast.
I hope the fucking front end falls out of your
That sounds
truck.
like a fucking... Can you get closer? Because I have to fit my fucking truck between your fucking truck. Look at all that room. Cock. Fucking Chevy drivers. Tell you what. Can I help you?
Candy Dandy is got a street dance next weekend.
Candy Dandy. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
If that ain't some fucking hick ass shit, I don't know what it is.
Hick ass shit coming from the Redneck Tech. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that.
Candy Dandy Day.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Yes, your ears are not deceiving you. There is no music. Uh, Yours truly has recently been warned. The reason that Twitch does not want you playing music on their channels because you can be sued by the people music who make the music. So you are not being deceived. But with that being said, welcome back to the Invasion Nation Morning Show, brought to you by yours truly, Redneck Invasion, powered by Twitch. Not that Twitch endorses anything that I do, but nonetheless, also brought to you by Mill Pond Salon, Romaine Berg. Yeah. So good to see y'all. Good morning. Wake up. Yeah. So good morning, Little Miss Airhorn. Don, Jody, Chris, good morning. Matt Ram, good morning. Rich, good morning. Penny LaRue, good morning. Gus, good morning. This just in, good morning. Good to see y'all. Here's the thing. If y'all tuned in and seen on the channel here, we now have 500 followers. Actually, 501 to be exact. Trans Am, good morning. Lolly, good morning. We literally have 501 followers this morning. J. Joe, good morning. And that is largely in part, we hit that 500 number. Australia's fishing came through even when we were not on. Ruger's Son 1, good morning. So, um, came through yesterday. I don't like to toot my own horn very often. Yes, I do. I'm fucking lying. You know, I was a loser most of my life. I mean, I was doing big things, but I was a loser most of my life. Good morning. Good morning, Terry. Good to see you. Yeah, but hey, uh, yeah, I was being announced on Twitch yesterday as going to be one of the biggest up and coming streamers there is. I was pretty happy about that. That's nice to have people think about you that way. So, um, Australia's fishing coming through solid yesterday. I played the baby shark. Nothing happened. Did Twitch take that away too? No, I don't think so. It did not show up on my screen as that you even played it. So, but yeah. But basically, what we're finding out, just so you guys know, what we're finding out is that because all music is copyrighted, um, without specific written permission from these people, uh, without specific written permission from these people, um, she said she tried to play the Baby Shark and it didn't work. So, yeah, it was fun while it lasted, but I do have to be respectful that we have to forget, even though we are a growing family here, we are definitely on everybody's radar. Pretty much, you go to 30's channel, you go to Hardball's channel, you go to Australia's Fishing's channel, Killer Steven, Wolf from Custom Rods, Fuzzies, all these guys, Fox's channel, everybody knows who we are. You guys have gone in and made a statement on everybody's channel. And for those of you who have not seen it yet, did you see the new emoji? Did you see the new emoji? Huh? Redneck Tech went at it again. Redneck Tech went at it again. Yeah. We got a pink helmet emoji. And it's already gaining Twitch wide attention. So, yeah. But, anyways, you don't have a bit button. Huh. Don, you might have to restart it. Krypton, good morning. Good to see you. Yeah, you may have to restart it, Don. I know some people have had that happen in the past. They usually had to close out and restart the app. Matt coming through with a biddy. Thank you very much. Can you hear this?
Making them dirt road dollars way out yonder, having them holler.
Now, I am allowed to use like up to 30 seconds, I believe, of any soundbite deal. But the issue is 839-3545. Launch code is 839-3545. So, yeah. So one of the big things that we got going on is that we're trying to find stuff find stuff we can play in the background of our screen. But the issue that we're having is most stuff is copyrighted unless you have permission from these people to use the stuff, and then you have to go through and process it through whatever forms of social media. you have to go through and process it because literally, like, it shuts. All right, Tanya, thank you. So, one of the things that we're learning, and this is still a learning experience for the Redneck Tech and I, and I'm thankful we are going to TwitchCon. Uh, we're definitely going to make it there. Going to go there no matter what it takes, because we have a lot to learn. We have a lot of networking to do. There's a lot of people out there that, you know, we found out that if I sit down and I talk to somebody, they tend to want to hang out. So who knows? Maybe we'll land one of them big guys. But yeah, if you guys didn't see what happened yesterday to me, you missed out. You have to go back and watch it. So I got the 48 running. I got the 48 running, and it will, and it ran, popped the frost plug out of it right away, which is not uncommon because it's a mud truck and it runs on water, or it runs with just straight water in it. So we may have to, so I have to put a new frost plug in it, and I blew the front hubs out of it. We got a torque monster. So, and one of the, yeah, well, when that broke, I went to go pull it back up to the front with my truck and my work truck, my F-150, and that bad boy sunk like a brick. You're talking my truck that maybe weighs 2,000 pounds to my work truck, which weighs 8,000 pounds. Still got dirt in my eyes even after I took a shower. My eye sockets are still pushing dirt out of them, so yeah. So we're gonna get that taken care of, get the frost plug put in it, get that done, get the headers on it. Hey, cuppa, hey, cuppa, hey. And we also learned this past weekend that yours truly has to get a portable device for transmitting signal, or what the hell do they call those things? A signal booster. Duh. Hey, cuppa, hey, cuppa, hey. See, this is the hard part when you got a tech guy behind the scenes just doing shit, because you're like, what the fuck was that? I ain't heard that before. Well, what is it? Uh-oh, tech, you just created everybody loves that one for some reason. Lurking today on the road again. Asshole! Asshole! Oh. Oh. Yeah. That one hurt. So, needless to say, I had the F-150 buried all the way down to the frame. I busted the 2 fog light mounts in the front. It's Monday, brain farts are mandatory. Oh, I was awake. I'm just like, ah. But, anyways, how's this sounding, by the way? We're kind of running a new setup. Things set up a little different here in the Invasion Nation studio. I was on the phone with Justin actually last night as I was setting this up. Everything sound good. Everything sound good. So what I managed to do is the Redneck Tech was gracious enough to buy me a microphone boom and get me a microphone boom so I could actually bring the mic closer to my face so you guys can hear me a lot better. So, and we've got a spit guard on it, so I'm not spitting my dip at it no more. Yeah, it's a legit setup. I was trying to figure out my keyboard is wacky. I was trying to hang it from the ceiling so that way I could have one of them ring announcer deals. Let's get ready to tumble. Yeah, I can't say the real thing because now I'm scared of all sorts of copyright shit. Literally, when I read that, I kind of wigged out. So, and Twitch is like, we don't do it to be assholes. We do it to protect you. So, yeah, Redneck Tech coming through solid on the mic boom. It's able to get the microphone closer to me so you guys hear me a hell of a lot better. Definitely thankful for that. Tech support. Everybody loves the new pink helmet. The pink helmet people are coming over here to subscribe, even if they don't watch, just so they can use the pink helmet.
Fuck! 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 Oh!
The booster is the extension below Redneck Invasion. Nice. Yeah, if you go on the Redneck Invasion page, like if you're on your PC and stuff like that, you guys will be able to see it. It should, I think I should be able to pull it up on here. Let me look it up here quick for y'all. I believe it's down here. Nope, that ain't it. See, this is what happens. No! Why? On a Monday? Alright. I think I screwed this up already. Pretty sure I did. You know why? Because I'm good at it. Yeah, you think I'd learn how to navigate my own shit. But probably not. Oh look, now I can hear myself twice. Right here, it is. If you go down here, like I said, guys, if you go down to the bottom of, alright, I gotta get that shit off there. That's gonna drive me nuts. I don't know how to do that. Alright, I gotta get that shit off there. That's gonna drive me nuts. I don't know how to do that. Alright, we can go over. Well, let me do it from here yet. I don't want that part. Let's see, let's go to... No, it is going to make me listen to it. Oh, there we go. Alright, so here's what it is. If you guys go over here, you'll see this is what we need right here. WeBoost Drive 4G setup. Just so that way you guys can see what it is. We are currently trying to raise the funding for that. This is let's bring it up here on the old Amazon. You see how easy that is? Now, all you got to do is click on here, no matter what it is you buy on Amazon. Okay, all you got to do is click on that, and boom. Boom. There it is. And then, okay, now say you got this part here, right? Say, okay, you're not coming on here to buy this part, but this is what we need here. What it is here is you come up here and you click on here and you can type in whatever. Let's say toilet paper. So you type in toilet paper and boom. Look at there. As long as you do it, you click on whatever from there, you can order whatever. And Amazon's like, hey, since you're using our program and you're doing it through the Redneck Invasion, we'll give them some money. How do you go from toilet paper? Oh, look at there. You got a portable, you got a shitter mount. So you mount this. See, look, they're giving you all the essentials. You've got a phone holder, so when you got a wipe, there it is. Boom. You put your phone in the phone holder. You got toilet seat covers. You got wipes. Here, you get yourself an Apple Watch so you can time how long it takes you. Look at there, you got phone chargers for it. This one might be essential for some of y'all. This is the bag, so in case you drop it in the toilet. He's talking about pooping already. So this is the bag, so you don't drop it in the toilet. Okay, Amazon, I got you figured out. This is in case you got the his and her shitters. Here's the mounts you can have in case you just want to leave it on the wall and you want to handle your phone or do whatever. So you get the bag and the bag mount, and then you can buy some more toilet paper because by then you're going to need it. That's crazy. Car rearview mirror mount. Wonder how that works. I'm not allowed to spend money on Amazon until my wife pre-approves it, just so y'all know. But, yeah. Basically what you do is you go over here, you go over to the Twitch deal. This is what we got to get right here. This is what we're raising money for right now. Yeah. It's in the checkout section. No, my experience has been I go on to Amazon and order something, and for some reason, somehow or another, I end up putting 10 of something on there and not enough. So, yeah. Basically, now you guys have seen the whole ditty. That is in the checkout section. No, all you guys do is when you click on through Twitch, through the Redneck Invasion channel, when you buy your stuff from Amazon, you just go in there. It doesn't matter. As soon as you get in it, you can go and order whatever you want. You just type in whatever you're looking for, and you can go in and get whatever you want. And Amazon knows that you did it through us. They're smart. Yeah, I don't order off of Amazon. That's the wife's forte. I'm right there with you, Matt. I tried it a couple of times and screwed up badly. So, there's been it was great because I was sitting there and I was talking to somebody in a, what's the phone holder called? Hell, I don't know. I found it under toilet paper. It's a rear view mirror mount. Oh, armband? I don't know. I thought 30 was going to whisper that to you. So, yes, you have to go through the Twitch site in order for Redneck Invasion to get any kickback out of it. So, yeah. I know the name of it, but I saw it. All right, so I guess we're going on an Amazon adventure, everybody. Well, good. Now you guys will get to see how this is. You'll get to watch me fumble fuck around on Twitch. Vapor, what's happening? You're fine. You're sweating as harder than I would be. I appreciate you though. Let's see here. So we're gonna do this. Then we come over here. We go over here. We got that part muted. Alright. You see how easy this is? Come to the bottom of my screen. You click on the old Twitcher Dewey. Boom. Uh, I do believe. I'll know it as soon as I see it. I swear to God. Maybe it was that one. I think it's this one right here. I wonder if Miss Lolly might know what it's called. She looked it up for me once. But it's basically this right here. We definitely don't want the pink one. The Amazon's Choice. But it's that concept right there. Sports wristband. Yeah. But his has a. Maybe they don't have them anymore. Let's see, what's on the next page? I'm not finding it. Yeah, see, these aren't it. His has an actual stand. This sucks. There it is. Right there. See how it's got the little stand in it right there? That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, it's a Tranous, Tranous. All right, Clinton, thank you very much.
Making them dirt
See, this is why I don't order stuff online.
way out yonder, having them holler.
That's the one, though, right there. That's the one he's got. Oh. And that's the exact brand he's got right there. So, yeah. Be saving to get one of these too. What this will do is when instead of what I'll be able to do with this, guys, is I'll actually be able to keep that on me, be able to read your chats, because I'm going to start doing permanent phone mounts in the boat. I'm going to build some out of some old car ones that I have, and this will help me so I can read your chats, and even if I walk away from the camera a little bit, I'll be able to keep up with your guys' chats. All right, Bubba, thank you very much.
Making them dirt road dollars way out yonder, having them holler.
Oh, damn, the leaderboard reset. But this is exactly what that does right there. So, as you can see, just go on to Twitch and you can order that shit, and we're good to go. Yeah. So we're about $600, pretty close to $600 in streaming equipment that we got to get. So that's what we're saving for. Oh. Let's see here. What do we got going on in here? Travel Buddy, good morning. Hey, Travel Buddy, we hit 501 followers. Australia's Fishing kicked it in. Justin went over there and he's he went over there and was talking to him over there, and he was like, "Oh well, hey, let's help him out." You know, Australia's fishing is just genuinely a nice guy. I mean, really is a very very nice guy. Um, he does have an eBay store, stuff like that. If you guys get a chance, check him out. It's really hard for me because I got a lot of people that I really like, so I'm like hanging out all over the place. I legitimately am hanging out all over the place, and it's really tough when everybody's on. But it was funny because everybody I was hanging out with last night went back over to 30's channel. So, um, so also, if you guys seen, Lolly and I went out to go do some fishing this past weekend, and what's blurry? There, let me. Boom. Is it still blurry? Shouldn't be. Um. Also, Lolly got a new truck on Friday. The Redneck Tech and I went and picked it up. Hung out with the Redneck Tech all day Friday, and then we went and picked up Lolly's new truck. And she has decided to keep it. Those of you who haven't seen it yet, it's a '99 Suburban. It's actually a really nice truck. Uh, let's see here. Boop. Let's see if I can get photos up of it. So let's see here. There's a picture of it. One of them. I didn't take very good pictures. I was in kind of a tight spot. No, I didn't get the F-150 wash. That's going to take an act of Congress. The interior of it's really clean. It's a decent truck. We are definitely not Chevrolet fans around here, but yeah. So, but yeah. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Travel. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, it was a decision between fixing her car, and her car's not bad. Okay, her car is not bad. It just needs. We're at the point of it's still worth. It's still worth a pretty healthy chunk of change. Um, but it's like, do we fix that, knowing that she wants to get something bigger? And this truck had a new motor in it, and it was dropped in our laps. It's got all sorts of new shit in it, all brand new stuff. So it was like, do we go fix hers or do we do this one? And CCF, good morning, good to see you. And we went with that. Also, if you guys haven't heard, there's been a huge debate now with Mueller kind of pissing everybody's Cheerios to start the impeachment process. Here, they want to start the impeachment process. The Democrats are screaming, start the impeachment process. Now, remember, here's the deal. Congress can vote to impeach. The Senate still has to remove. And honestly, they are committing, and Nancy Pelosi and a few other people know that by going after Donald Trump in this sense is going to commit political suicide. They legitimately are. When you take out the person, when you attempt to take out the person that the American people voted for. Now, mind you, this is what happened after Richard Nixon. Okay, when they went after Richard Nixon, the American people were pissed. Okay? The American people were extremely pissed. There was a lot of turmoil, a lot of rhetoric, a lot of stuff going on after the fact. Mainstream media wasn't as it was now. Things were reported as they were. You look at what happened to Republicans when they went after Bill Clinton. People were extremely pissed about that. And now you're at a point where people, even on, we were on a roundtable forum on Sheepdog's channel, the Redneck Tech and I were, and even the guy who it was the leftist in that chat room says, I'm leaning more and more to the right, because he said the left has gone to so far extremes that he said the left is getting so far, going so far to the extreme that he says I can't get involved in that. I can't be a part of that. He says it's absolutely ridiculous. So he said, here's the problem. He said, it's like roles are kind of reversing in the fact that the Democrats are supposed to be all about the people who didn't have money and things like that. And he seems more and more that the right is actually the side helping those people out, which I thought was actually, I wasn't surprised by it, just because of the fact that that's happening more and more and more across the country. You have a lot of people who represent Black America who say, you know what, we're tired of Democrats coming in here. Obama came through here and promised us that he was going to look out for the Black communities. He was going to do this. And all he did was drive us further and further and further into the ground. Yeah, he gave us some free shit, but you know what? It actually drove our communities further in the ground. Our communities were never further separated than they were at that point in time. They said Donald Trump's bringing in jobs. Donald Trump is advocating for families to stay together. That's what he's doing. And you still got a few people that, you've got these people who are sitting here saying, oh, well, Donald Trump is just speaking a real pretty language, but he's not, though. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Statistically, Black unemployment is at an all-time low, and it's getting lower. Donald Trump says it's not low enough, and he's specifically targeting that. He's going after that stuff constantly. Going for coffee. Be right back. I always start the show with a coffee. I've upgraded to my Invasion Nation, my Redneck Invasion tumbler. I got my breaks are not scheduled because I need to be here when nobody else does. LOL. Well, at least you're good for something. So one of the biggest things I want you guys to be watching here is impeachment against Donald Trump. He's guaranteed to be reelected. Guaranteed to be reelected. It is going to be a done deal. Okay. And truthfully, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you go through somebody who is extremely popular, and you're talking somebody who is popular, this is why you can't look at the media when it comes to looking at Donald Trump. The guy has sat in the 90 percentile range of bad press since he was running for president. I mean, we've seen the videos. How many people said, and you've seen it back during the campaign, when the campaigning was going on, how many people said there's no way Donald Trump is going to be president? Tom Hanks, well, an actor I absolutely love, went as far as saying, yeah, when pigs fly to the moon. But, you had George Clooney at the Paris conference said there will be no Donald Trump as president. You know, my favorite was the campaign of all the people who said they're moving to Canada if Donald Trump gets elected, and I'm like, y'all having a garage sale? Y'all need help packing? Like Rosie O'Donnell. Why is Rosie O'Donnell still in the United States? Anybody? Anybody? Why is Rosie O'Donnell still in? Trump don't need glasses. He got 2020. You know, and you got so many people in Hollywood too, but they've just gone off the deep end. Like Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold is by no means a Trump supporter. This guy has gone off the deep end when it comes. I mean, he's tweeting shit that makes absolutely no sense. Tweeting shit that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And I'm like, what the flying pigs do fly? It's called an A-10 Warthog. So, yeah. You know, and like I said, this process alone, it's not going to happen. All the polls are in favor of Donald Trump winning. Now, he could win by an absolute landslide if people liked his attitude more. People don't like the fact that he's very arrogant, and they don't like the fact that he's very fly off the handle. A lot of people do it, but they say otherwise he's a good president. You know, they think, well, people are going to vote for other people. And they're looking at people like, you know, your average suburban soccer mom who's kind of leaning right, but typically votes left. And when they're saying that, and they know that Trump's doing a good thing, they just don't like the attitude. They don't want their kids saying, well, that's an attitude to have. You know, and then, of course, you're always going to have your staunch Trump haters. And they've gotten absolutely nowhere. So, he just tweeted last night about the bombing of part of Syria by Russia, Syria and Iran. And the comments were blaming him for providing weapons to Syria. They got them eons ago. Listen, this is no unknown fact. None. And I want to tell y'all something. What do you think that most governments do with their surplus weapons or the weapons, their outdated weapons? They sell them to other countries. They've done this for a long time. They sell them to other countries. Why do they sell them to other countries? Well, here's the deal. If they're getting the shit that we've outdated 10 years ago, 15 years ago, why not? Because guess what happens? We know what we're up fighting against. We know what we're going to be fighting against, period. If you become the distributor of the weapons to your enemies, okay, if you become the distributor of weapons to your enemies, pretty easy to go fight them then, ain't it? I mean, it's, people are like, oh my God, just like the whole, why am I brain farting? You can definitely tell it's Monday. The Taliban. It was no unknown fact that the Taliban was armed by the United States government to help fight in the Cold War. Well, they took those weapons and thought that they had badass enough weapons to come after the United States, to call out the United States. And look at how that turned out for them. Look at how that turned out for them. Didn't turn out very well, did it? At all. Yeah, it didn't turn out very well for them at all. You know, and the thing is this is not anything, after the Cold War, hell, the Russians were selling, I mean, they were hiring brokers to sell their shit for the highest price. You know, this is not anything that is not uncommon to most governments who produce mass weaponry. as Omar would say. It's all about the Benjamins. Yeah. Muskie Fisher, what's happening? Good to see you. Yeah, it doesn't matter the president. There's always going to be haters. I mean, I was very critical of Obama, and it's just because the policies that he was implementing were directly affecting my life at an all time rate. You know, extremely hard. Um, so yeah, it was affecting me greatly. Uh, Also, you know, one of the things that people don't understand in uh, when it comes to, like I said, selling weapons, and I want to reiterate this, we're not selling them our latest and greatest technology. We're selling them shit that has been sitting in the attic for 10, 15, 20 years. You know, we know what we're going to go fight against, just like when we went and fought against the Taliban. We knew what they had. Between the Russian weapons they had and the American weapons we had, it's like, this shit's from back in the 70s and 80s, man. Stuff ain't. Y'all are a whole lot of outgunned. That's why you didn't see them doing a big standoff, you know, against us. They were, you know, making their own sniper rifles. What Americans use here for hunting rifles, the military is like, yeah. So here's the thing: when you want to look at it all the way around, every regime does it. Every regime has always sold weapons to foreign governments. It's just we normally don't know about it, but because they're like trying to make it some big deal, like this is an exclusive to Donald Trump. Hell, Ronald Reagan took some of the biggest heat for selling weapons to foreign countries. Ronald Reagan was notorious for it. Okay, but this happens in every presidential regime. This is what we do. We don't melt them down. We don't burn them. We go around. We charge other countries for them. You know, we arm up our allies with them. You know, that's what you want to bring your allies game up a little bit. What do? You give them some weaponry. Here you go. So don't fall into the arguments. Don't fall into the bullshit. You know, I watch like whenever Fox Live goes news from conferences from the White House. I watch the stream and watch the people who are commenting on it, and it's just absolutely asinine the stuff that people are saying. Uh, Morning, Jerry. Did you get my text message over the weekend? I gotta find a primer pump for my motor. I'm gonna send it to you Saturday morning. Yeah, I think it was Saturday morning I sent it to you. Oh, that's why. It didn't go all the way through. That's nice. Really nice. This is the reason I'm getting a second phone, everybody. This is the reason I'm getting a second phone, because I have to offload some social media shit on my phone. My phone is at max capacity, and my social media is taking up a shit ton of it. So, one of the things I'm going to do is take one of the Redneck Tech's old phones and use that for streaming. I'm going to load more stuff to just doing it here on the computer. So I got this fancy ass computer. I just got to figure out how to do more social media stuff from it. But what else we got going on? Yeah, I know you didn't get it, Jerry. I just looked at it. It popped through. I'm gonna send you a picture of it and see what you. I figured out what it was. Is it's got that primer valve that you pump on the front of the motor, and that is leaking. The valve itself is leaking, so it's not holding pressure in the motor. Like if I pump the shit out of it, and I pump the shit out of it before I start the motor will take off and run fine. but it does not hold any pressure. I got pressure all the way up to that system, and that's where it loses pressure. That's the only thing left in the fuel system, too, that I haven't replaced outside the fuel pump, because once I do that, the fuel pump just takes off and runs. But I got to do that every time I start it. So, see, this is the hard part about doing what I'm doing, is I was actually talking to Justin about this last night on the phone. One of the hard things with my schedule being the way it is, the way I work, and doing this stuff, because literally, I've said this quite a few times, is I get off of here. I'm on a mad dash to get everything done, get ready, and run out the door. And I'm literally on the road until 8:30 at night. Okay, it's my boat. Jerry's gonna help me out with my boat. If I went out Friday night, by the time I got back Friday night, I was pretty much just shot. Had been hanging out with the Redneck Tech all day. My phone had died, and basically my phone had overheated, is what it came down to. My phone had completely overheated and shut down, and it was not taking a charge. Went back at it. Saturday we're having issues with my phone. So, yeah. No, I have not seen Jerry or Crazy Lady from the farm yet. So, that's why I ordered a GoPro 7. I don't have the what are those things? The Hero 7s. If you buy all the shit for them, they get up to like $500 or $400. But the other thing is, though, is with the GoPro, I don't know that I can stream live with that. Ruger, good morning. Good to see you, sir. Look at there. We had the entire Ruger Ranch in here this morning. That's cool. Yeah, they're very expensive. And I will eventually get to that point, but right now, with my schedule being as it is, I'm not ignoring you. Why would I be ignoring you? You're starting to look awfully liberal on me. Yeah, I actually looked. The Redneck Tech and I invaded Best Buy in St. Cloud on Friday because we had to get a couple of supplies. Boss lady, make my day is now following. Oh, yeah. The funny part is Sheepdog. He has Hulk Hogan on his, and I was like, "Hey, listen, man." I said, "That's messed up." I said, "Because when people follow him, they see Hulk Hogan." I said, "You follow mine, you see Macho Man." So, oh, you didn't get done with work until after 8 on Friday. Also, yeah, it's that time of season for you, brother. Good night. You guys are gonna be working your asses off. A lot of farmers piss pounding in here this past week and weekend, especially this past weekend, trying to get their fields in. So, but the whole thing is with the way things are going and the direction that I'm going. Vapor loves the pink helmet. The way the direction that this is going is I have to free up more time, and the free time I do have, I'm usually streaming, but I want to be able to use my phone in the time that I am streaming. So in order to do that, I have to get a second phone, and it just so happens that Redneck Tech was up for a new phone. So I'm going to take his old phone, and I'm going to use that to do streaming and stuff like that, and use my phone to read chat. So, all right, Penny. Nancy Poop Lucy. But yeah. I have no idea what we're doing here. So, oh, we're up on a coffee break. All right, y'all. We are up on a coffee break. We're going to go to that real quick, and I will be back here in just a few minutes. But you guys know what the deal is. Blow up the shit talker. Shit talker, coffee break, shit talker. Yeah. Get them up there. There they are. Good enough. We shall be back shortly.
trousers and motorcycle boots, a black leather jacket with an eagle on the back. He had a hopped-up Harley that took off like a gun, and he was called the terror of Highway 101. When I was just a young boy, I heard a story told about an outlaw biker who was always on the road. They called him wild as fire and free as raging wind, and meaner than a werewolf when he's on a drunken binge. His engine roared like thunder as flames streaked out his pipes, and he was called the terror when his bike lit up the night. He wore black denim trousers and motorcycle boots, a black leather jacket with an eagle on the back. He had a hopped-up Harley that took off like a gun, and he was called the terror of Highway 101. Pretty girlfriend whose name was Mary Lou, and she would do what she was told to prove her love was true. But his first love was his Harley, and he loved to ride alone, and his second was the black top on Highway 101. The bros all called him crazy, cause he rode that center line, and he ran his bike wide open just to hear that engine whine. In black denim trousers and motorcycle boots, a black leather jacket with an eagle on the back. He had a hopped-up Harley that took off like a gun, and he was called the terror of Highway 101. There came a night not fit for man or beast, with howling winds and lightning bolts and rain that filled the streets. The fog rolled in as thick as smoke and thunder shook the ground, and way off in the distance came that motorcycle sound. The semi-truck had lost control on Highway 101, and before the terror seen it, he hit that truck head on. He wore black denim trousers and motorcycle boots, a black leather jacket with an eagle on the back. He had a hopped-up Harley that took off like a gun, and he was called the terror of Highway 101. He wore black denim trousers and motorcycle boots, a black leather jacket with an eagle on the back. He had a hopped-up Harley that took off like a gun, and he was called the terror of Highway 101. He wore black denim trousers and motorcycle boots, a black leather jacket with an eagle on the back. He had a hopped-up Harley that took off like a gun, and he was called the terror of Highway 101.
Me and the boys was sitting around drinking, we was talking about things that we was thinking, when all of a sudden what comes out of Bill's mouth? Said I'm getting old and fat and slow, and I don't recover like I did before from nights of rabble, rousing and too much fun. Well, I looked around and we all agreed, and I had a drink and I ordered 3, and I staggered back to do it all again. Then we made an oath on a rum and coke with the best intention, I'm sure you know, that we would stop this living in excess. We're gonna have one more party, one more special occasion. Do it Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, holidays and weekends. We can have one more party. There's more hell we should be raising. One more party now, one more party tonight. Well, I got home about 3:15 that afternoon. She was waiting for me, all dressed to kill, and headed out the door. She said, see you later, baby, I'm going out alone. You can watch your kids, you can answer the phone, but don't wait up, cause I'm staying out all night. Well, I got real nervous and I started to shake, and I got the point she was trying to make. I begged her not to go, but she just laughed. don't forget the floor and don't forget to lock the door. There's somewhere I gotta be and I'm running late. I'm gonna have one more party, one more special.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Invasion Nation Morning Show. Brought to you by yours truly, the Redneck Invasion, powered by Twitch. Not that they endorse anything that I do, but they give me the platform to be who I am. So thank you very much, Twitch. Also, a big, huge shout out to Mill Pond Salon in scenic downtown New London, as well as Romaine Berg in downtown in Minneapolis. Also, check out the redneckinvasion.org store. As you guys know, we got the sleeveless t-shirts up there, green or gray. As well as we have our Amazon goals on Twitch. Make sure when you shop through Amazon, you shop through us. And then a big shout out to Iron's Garage and KJ's Quick Stop as always. So, yeah. So I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to a lot of the local politics around here. One of the things that been going on around here is when Mayor Marv Calvin was running for re-election, one of the issues that was going on was he had this want to increase taxes. Now, mind you, here's the problem with Wilmer. I want to explain to you. The Wilmer area makes $10,000 less per household and $10,000 less per single family household or single income household than anywhere else in the state. They're $10,000 below the average per year. Okay? So now you take that... You take that, it's $10,000 less, and then he was like wanting to do a 0.5 cent tax increase. Well, that wasn't good enough. You're at work without your brother. So now it's gone up to a 5 cent tax increase. So you're going to have to kind of be cautious of what you're shopping for in Wilmer. Not to mention a $20 added tax for buying a vehicle. Now, this original tax was supposed to go on large ticketed items, was the deal that he proposed in his election. This 0.5 cent tax was supposed to go up on larger ticketed items such as new cars, things like that. But now they are going after just about everything. Okay, they're going after everything. I mean, seriously, outside of the basic stuff that you cannot tax, I mean, they're going after a 5% tax on everything. Okay, and it's like they're like, oh, well, it's for improvements in Wilmer to make Wilmer better, but I could go out and maybe I should do that. Maybe I should drive around and show you the roads in Wilmer. I've been in this area for just over 6 years, and I can show you the roads that have not been touched in the 6 years I've been here. But now they're talking about building a new city hall. I mean, this is ridiculous. You're talking an area that makes less money than everybody else, but you want to tax them more than everybody else. I don't get that. I don't understand that. Okay? I don't understand that not one bit. Okay? I really, really don't. Of course he comes out and he sounds off against the New York Times article that came out. But then he turns around and drops this little ball. Now, mind you, it still has a few places to pass. But this is the plan. I don't understand this. Not one little bit. I don't understand the fact that that you're going to keep raising taxes instead of raising wages in a town. I don't get that. Okay, I don't understand that one bit. And I mean, You know, they're like, oh yeah, and here's the thing about Wilmer, and I will say this: we have more jobs than we have people here right now. This is a true statement. We have more jobs than we have people here right now, and here's the issue. You know, a lot of people in this area, a lot of working people in this area, are not working in this area. They're going out of town. Why? I'll tell you why. Because they don't want to be scraping by paycheck to paycheck here. When they can spend an hour or two driving down to the cities, and they'll do this. A lot of seasonal workers do it. They drive down to the cities. They get a job down there where they're making, you know, $10 an hour more, $15 an hour more than they would be making here doing the same work. They're like, it's worth the drive. And a lot of companies down in the cities, if the guys are willing to drive, they give them per diem pay for driving down there. You know, and it is, I've got buddies who do it. I've got a few buddies that do it. And they're like, it's well worth the drive. It is what it is. So, yeah. Also, if you guys didn't know, I haven't checked into what's happened with all the legislative session stuff, but Timmy Walls is coming out for the rocks and cows. He's going to start giving tax credits and things for the rocks and cows, you know, for the farmers. And also, he is going to tour the state of Minnesota, but guess where he's not stopping? Nowhere near me. But if I could find a place he's going to stop, I'd like to go ask him some questions. I'd like to go ask Timmy some questions. Matt says, I drive for work. Well, no shit. Matt's so adamant about the shit wages that he's finding that he drives clear across the country. So one of the biggest the biggest things that's going on. Oh, did you guys hear about the guy that drove into the what the hell is it, King Lake on Sunday? Did you guys hear about the guy that drove into King Lake on Sunday? If you're from the Wilmer area, it's off of like County Road 25. Those you don't know, 96 miles an hour. They tagged this guy out on 71. 96 miles an hour. They tagged this guy out on 71, and he basically ran. The cops lost sight of him. The cops lost sight of him, and they found him in his car in King Lake. He was all right. There's no passengers in the car, but yeah, that one worked out real good. Taxing Timmy says he will be adding a gas tax next year. Yeah, well, you know, fuck it. Eventually, when the state is completely bankrupt and we no longer have a surplus, and they raise taxes to the point where none of us will fucking work, which will happen. I mean, it has happened here before, where people just can't afford to go to work anymore. Then they have to fix shit. See, here's the problem with not looking at history. When you raise taxes and continue to raise taxes in the state of Minnesota, okay, mind you, we're paying taxes for stadiums. We're paying taxes for new school renovations. We're paying taxes for all these highway projects that do nothing for rural Minnesota. Not to mention farmers are going to probably have a very bad year this year. When you continue to raise taxes, eventually people are just going to quit working because they can't afford to go to work. And like my area, there's no mass transit. So you keep building that infrastructure down there. You keep building your infrastructure down there, and eventually those of us out here who have become, the manufacturing backbones of Minnesota, well, we can no longer afford to work. Guess what? All right, Justin, we'll catch you on the flip side. Do you know who he is? Who's that? Well, what are we talking about here? Taxi Timmy. Apparently, I'm missing out on a whole bunch of stuff here in the shit talker. Y'all are just going nuts on the old shit talker up here. So all right, little Miss Air Horns, we'll catch you on the flip side. No, I don't know who the guy was. I mean, they put his name on. I think his name is in the paper or whatever. Your screen is slower than the one here. Yeah. I don't know. We might be experiencing. Well, it says I'm not dropping any frames or anything. I don't know. Maybe it's just Twitch lagging out today or Streamlabs. This is the hard part about a live show on social media is the fact that if one of their servers is bad or my shit's slow, there's a lot of working components to making all this work. So, you know, and that's the thing. Lots of issues today. So, well, I know someone who got stuck with a truck in your area yesterday. Had a mud beard and a truck full of mud, but the spirit was on top. Man, I needed that yesterday. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I needed that yesterday. All my buddies went and bought four-wheelers. I can't afford a four-wheeler. They all went and bought brand new four-wheelers this year. I can't afford one. So they're out riding every weekend. And I'm just like, I got all my money in my mud truck. And then I blow the front hubs out of it. I kind of figured it was going to happen because the 513 gears, but I was just hoping that maybe. I've been pretty lucky with stuff holding out. Poor Tech. Redneck Tech is you guys don't see what's going on behind the scenes here, but Redneck Tech has been fucking with everything, trying to get this shit straightened out. I know that I've got some serious lag going on. You know, just to give you guys an idea, I've got some, I can see it on my end, and when I can see it on my end, then I know there's some real lag going on. So it's like, you know, you go 1, 2, 3. Well, that ain't so bad. Now it seems to have gotten a little better. Blame Republicans for no gas tax for the roads. Yeah. Well, way to go, Redneck Tech. 24 clips, what's happening? We'll have to get a... I'm gonna have to go to one of them people's houses on Lake Nundy and be like, "Hey, let me tack into your Wi-Fi so I can run a stream like 24 clips." Oh man, that guy's got the camera set up from hell. Telling you, Redneck Tech would be pissed because that'd be fucking something up bad. I must say I love my redneck family. Thank you for thinking of me and wondering where I was this morning. Absolutely. So, yeah. You know, the thing is I don't understand how you can increase taxes in a surplus state. I don't understand how you can increase taxes in a town that's already making less than everybody else in the state. I don't understand what it is with just tax. This is the problem. This is why we fought for our independence. This is why we fought. You know, if the American people could stand on their own 2 feet long enough to stop working for about 2 days, we would shut this entire government system down. We would go back to and it's not that I don't believe in government. I fully 100% believe in government. But it's time for the American people to go back to the renegotiation tables of the people who are supposed to be representing us, because the people who are put in office to represent us are not doing their job. All right? They're not doing their job at all. Please tell me what they are doing to represent us. All I've heard is, you know, with the exception of Donald Trump and his cabinet, you know, because now it's like, well, here, you guys got 17% taxes back over, or 17% of your money back over all to Donald Trump, so let us take that shit. So now the state and local governments are like, oh, here, let us take that. So how did your health drinks treat you the other night, Red? They were fine. It didn't do shit to me. It didn't do jack shit to me. Other than I was drinking, found out after the fact because I didn't understand what I was drinking in that first shot, but apparently I was drinking lotion. So, this is the issue that, I've had for a while in politics. It's like these people are supposed to represent us. Where's our representation? Where's our representation? I want to see a vote put out to the people who are actually paying taxes. I want to see a vote put out to them whether or not they want to increase taxes, because every Minnesotan is going to tell you no. They've had enough. I mean, we're tired of paying inflated rates just to cover taxes. Oh, look, our favorite House Liberal. You decided to come out of your safe space and come play with Redneck? Is that what you did? You gonna be okay, buddy? Huh? Here, this will offend you.
Do you suck dicks?
Sir, no, sir.
Bullshit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Sir, no, sir.
We made an emoji just for Dr. Zigzag. The pink helmet. Yeah. Go suck a golf
ball through a garden hose.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Redneck Tech. I
Making
appreciate
them
it.
dirt road dollars, way out yonder, having them holler.
I don't believe in your statement that our reps aren't doing their jobs. Are you kidding me? Our reps aren't doing our jobs. Did you not just see what happened here in Wilmer? The fact that we've got a 5-cent tax increase coming. What about the other taxes coming down the pipeline? They're not doing their jobs, though. We need more taxes in a state that already has a surplus budget, right? They're doing their jobs. They're doing their jobs. That's why Wilmer makes $10,000 less per household than anywhere else in the state. But our reps are doing their jobs, right? That's why we've got, people in nursing homes and people in daycares that are being violently abused. And it's not just local, it's statewide. What about the state tax increase in a state that has a surplus budget? Oh, but we're not going to overlook that. Why is it the Golden State Warriors, their owners funded their entire brand new stadium, okay, and funded their entire brand new stadium, but here in Minnesota, taxpayers have to pay for it? Please explain that to me. Please explain to me when Jesse Ventura was in office and he turned around and said, anybody who wants the stadium wants to donate their refund checks to putting in the stadium, we'll set up an account. They didn't even break $100. How's that representing people? How's that representing people? And I'm not talking just my rep. I'm talking nationwide, from local government all the way up to federal government. How are they representing the people? Can you please explain to me how all the way through? That you're missing my point. You're going to come in here and you're going to say something. Do you even know who you're... Yes, I know who my fucking rep is. I'd hope so. I voted for him. Do me a favor, okay? Do me a favor. I want your... I don't care. Find me a rep other than Donald Trump right now that is representing the American people. And it's not a he, it's a she. Well, we actually have quite a few of them in my area, but because I'm in a split district. I'm not saying her name. I'm not happy with her right now. She doesn't get that. She doesn't get that kind of privilege on my show. So, all I'm saying is this. Our representatives are not representing the best interest of the people. Touring News is in here? Oh, there he is. Hey, welcome in, Touring News. Good to see you. I met Touring News on the Sheepdog Roundtable. So, you still haven't answered my question. This is my show, so I get to dictate what goes on here. So, please tell me. Just a blanket statement of all. No, it's not. What are they doing? Please explain it to me, because every time I'm looking, what are they doing? I just got told I got to pay more money for projects that don't benefit me any. The projects that they're doing in Wilmer here are benefiting and mind you, a large part of my audience is from my local area. All right, MF, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that.
We're making them dirt road dollars way out yonder, having them holler.
I mean, heaven forbid I cater to my local audience because it affects us locally. When I was fishing last January, I spent $7.90 for one can of Grizzly. I pay $4.10 here in Michigan, and that's the thing. You know, okay, let's just put it out there. Let's go beat the shit out of people. Okay, let's go beat the shit out of people, and we're gonna target tax people, which is the very thing that we fought for our independence over. What do? They increased e-taxes. What do we say? We are tired of we are tired of government overtaxing us. Now look at the average tax rate for American citizens. It's ridiculous. And for what? How many politicians have got? I got to look that up. I need to find out how many politicians have gotten on Capitol Hill and become millionaires. I got to look that up. I seriously do, because it's no, Dr. Zigzag. This show is sponsored by your employer. Ha 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 ha! Asshat. We were still paying taxes on the Metrodome. Really? I didn't know we were still paying taxes on that. Shows you how far out of the loop I am on that one. I'll have to look that up. Matter of fact, let me write that down. We could very well be. I don't doubt it. I mean, my uncle, on the couple of occasions where the roof collapsed, my uncle's he does snow removal in the winter, and his company was one of the companies that was sent down there to go clean up snow. Even way back, I forgot when it was, way back in the day when the whole entire roof collapsed, and his company was the company that had to go down and clean it off, or half the roof collapsed. I don't remember what it was. I was a little kid. So, video locked up again. We are having technical difficulties, and I don't know if it's through Streamlabs or if it's through Twitch or what it's through. Yeah, we're good on your end? All right. Yeah, and that's the thing. The taxes went up for U.S. Bank Stadium. I love this. It's not, Tobacco User Stadium. It's not Minnesota Tobacco User Stadium. It's U.S. Bank Stadium. Well, if U.S. Bank's name on it, why isn't U.S. Bank paying for it? No. Nope, it's tobacco users. And here's the thing: it's easy to keep targeting tobacco users. It's hard. It's easy to do that, but the issue that we have is, again, Where's our representation? We have taxation without representation. They didn't take a vote on whether or not we should tax tobacco users to build a new stadium because it would have got voted down. It had been gotten voted down through how many other governors? It would have been voted down how many times through how many other governors? People say, oh, you're just a poor piece of shit. You don't want to work. I qualify for disability. I just can't do it. I'm able to work, so I work. You know, it is what it is. They went to the U.S. Bank Stadium as well because the damn Cry Queens threatened to leave if we didn't give them a new one. Fuck it. Start a new team. I mean, you want the epitome of a sports team? My wife and I watched the story of the Golden State Warriors last night on 60 Minutes, who, by the way, has the ultimate dream team in the NBA. And I don't even follow sports anymore, but these guys are killing it. Okay, this is the first team since the Chicago Bulls that has been able to put together a star-studded team and make them all work together. Not making them push happy. It's not focused on one. Well, I can't really say that. I guess the Orlando Heat. Thank you, Don. Great.
We making them dirt road dollars way out yonder, having them holler.
Miami Heat. Let me correct that. But usually, when you get a star-studded team, there's all sorts of drama. They have not been having. They have not been having an issue over there. The Golden State Warriors team owners built them a whole brand new stadium, workout facility, built them the whole deal. Okay. $20,000 below the state's average. I know when we looked it up during the election season for mayor, it was like $10,000 last fall. But there's a good possibility. Which is funny because we have one of the largest companies in the state of Minnesota right here in Wilmer. We have lots of jobs here in Wilmer. We have tons. I mean, the only reason you don't have a job here in Wilmer is because you're too fucking picky. Music saved me from doing sports. I used to be pretty athletic in high school. I played football, I wrestled, and I did baseball just for fun. You know, and then made some other choices in my life to go another direction. And kind of got myself in a lot of trouble, so. All right, Tanya, we'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for tuning in. But here's the thing. Here's my issue. You know, you talk about the taxation of people. Okay, I understand that taxes are a necessity to make a government grow, to make a country grow, to make sure that money is being delegated to the right places. But when I've got $35 to $40 million being spent on a bullshit investigation on our president, when the IRS is being scammed for $2 billion a year, when you've got Minnesota Department of Health and Human Services being scammed for hundreds of millions of dollars a year, why is that my burden to pay that back? Where's my representation in this? Where's my representation in this? You know, I brought up the thing on the round table. If you know how government works, which a lot of people know, that money talks in government. It definitely does. Money definitely talks in government. Okay. Would you use your money to influence government? If you were a business owner, such as Amazon, because Amazon was the target that night, would you use your money to target government? And we'd like to say, and good moral standings, that no, we wouldn't. But most of us are not in a trillion-dollar or billion-dollar situation to do that. Do I agree with it? No. No, I have no idea who that is. You will find out I've got a lot of people who troll my stream, who get on here, or checking out my stream just so that way they can see who they can whisper and get them over to their channel, or they're sending you to some bullshit link or whatever. So if you don't know them, don't click on it. Plain and simple. You can actually click on their names and block them, but yeah, I don't open links from anybody. We are being, oh yeah, there it is. We're being targeted again. And this will happen because, the fact that, one, I talk politics, so you got some butthurt, asshat, little safe space shit stain out there. Like, oh, I'm going to troll this channel. I'm going to get him closed down. I don't like Donald Trump. I'm going to get him. Well, you're on the wrong channel because we got reserved parking for deplorables only. Just so you can see that. Yeah, don't ever open anything from people you don't know. It's just like Facebook and Messenger and things like that. Don't open shit from people you don't know. So, yeah. One of the other issues that I have in this, when you have, and I mean, that was the chant of our forefathers. Taxation without representation. Yeah, okay, we vote these people in on a promise that they're going to do whatever. I don't live in Wilmer, so I wouldn't have voted for Marv Calvin, but I do a lot of business in Wilmer. Anytime I have to transact, you say, well, it's just grocery shopping. Well, no, I'm transacting business in Wilmer. A lot of my company accounts are in Wilmer. So now we have to pay more taxes for shit that Wilmer doesn't really need, for actual citizens of Wilmer who are not actually going to use it. Plain and simple. Why doesn't the American people get to vote on these taxes? Why doesn't the Minnesota people get to vote on these taxes? In Wilmer, well, they want to build a new city hall. They want to build more shit out on Robbins Island. They want to, they said they want to do, now mind you, Wilmer just spent quite a large time, I don't remember the exact figure, but they just spent a huge chunk of money in, redoing their city water and sewer. Well, now they want to redo their city water system again because they think there's a way that they can do something better with the runoff water on the streets. They want to rebuild a new, now the community center they just remodeled here a couple years ago. And now they want to build a new one altogether. So, but I wouldn't have so much of a problem if they were using the tax money that they already have in the right way. Like in Wilmer, you go down 2nd Avenue on the north side of town. You go down 2nd Avenue on the north side of town, or 2nd Street, and I'm telling you, I've been on off-road trails that are nicer than this thing. You go down High Avenue. High Avenue, you can't... yeah, actually I did. I actually interviewed a mayoral candidate expressing my concerns, and I've expressed my concerns vocally on Facebook and now on Twitch. I have voiced my concerns more than once, and that was when they were even proposing a 50 cent tax. I've expressed my concerns numerous times. I'm not quiet. I'm not quiet at all. I'm very vocal about these things. Just like when what's-her-face came out and started talking about the red flag law. When the people were right, I've got a letter that I had here on Twitch, a letter that was sent to all right, Amy Klobuchar, about talking about how people did not support the red flag law. She said, well, basically what she said is, I don't care. I want to stop gun violence, and this is how we're going to stop it. And I'm voting for it anyways. And we're talking numerous letters sent to her when the red flag law was up. Yeah, and I'm not an unrecognized person. They know who I am. We went on major campaigns of people emailing these people. The Invasion Nation went on an email campaign. I did it. Numerous members have gone on, and we've expressed our concerns not only here in public, but also addressing them directly. And again, even DHS went right to the top of DHS. This is what Dr. Zigzag does. He is a person who questions and does everything. You get used to it after a while. But I will tell you this, though, to his credit, he's a very informed individual. But the thing is when he's just trying to stick his dick in a hornet's nest.
Do you suck dicks?
Sir, no, sir.
Bullshit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Sir, no, sir.
Oh, yeah!
So, yeah, he's all right. Dr. Zigzag's actually a really good guy. Very well informed. I'm actually glad he's more on my side. It doesn't seem like it, but if you've ever seen him get on somebody who he may seem like he's coming at me like I'm way out there, but you should see him when he gets on somebody who's way out there. We've showed you some of his stuff. Like when the New York Times article came out, the man is good. He's damn good at what he does. So, I mean, all you gotta do is kickstart him.
Salam alaikum.
And he's off and running. But here's the thing. All right. When you look at the projects that are put out, the projects that Tim Walz wants to put out, the projects that Mayor Marv Calvin wants to put out, even the politics right here in my little town, and the money that's being put out and spent and things like that, it's like, this shit is not right. This shit is not working. Why are we doing this? Okay. Like now, my question is what is happening? What is happening? Launch codes 9966222. Oh shit, here's a new one. Hold on. Launch code 1799592. 1799592. Launch codes. So his Dr. Zigzag heard back from his doctor on his anal seepage issue. The only difference is they can't tell the difference between his ass and his mouth. Oh. But did you hear, since Mueller spoke last time, that they're talking... Oh, yeah, we heard Jerry. Here's the thing. The Mueller report, I believe, was a roadmap to impeachment. It was never about finding criminal activity against Donald Trump or his regime. It was simply a roadmap to impeachment. Let's find some shit we can impeach him on. All right. It's simply a roadmap. Do both end a fizzing sound. But it really was. It was just a roadmap to impeachment, in my opinion. Of course, the Democrats are like, look, Donald Trump should have been charged and things like that. And William Barr, who testified in front of Congress, said that they spoke to Mueller on 3 different occasions, asking him if not for DOJ policy, would he have charged Donald Trump? And 3 separate occasions he said no. I do believe you're going to see Robert Mueller in front of, or he's going to at least be subpoenaed in front of Congress to testify about what he's saying. Unless Nadler's scared that everything he's been trailing on for this impeachment trail is going to be found out to be bullshit. But literally, Robert Mueller has written a roadmap to impeachment. Now, don't forget the fact that Congress can impeach, but the Senate still has to remove. And if they don't get this, and here's the thing, they want this process to go down very quickly before the 2020 election because of the fact that they think this is the only chance. But the funny part is they're not asking the American people. What do the American people want? Aren't they supposed to be representing us? The American people? So who's the girl named running against Omar in 2020? I've meant to research her and I did not. I am sorry. There is somebody I put a link in your panels for internet security that we use across the entire company and Redneck Invasion devices. I 100% stand behind the software. That is on the Twitch panels, right? They're Redneck Tech. So they go to the bottom of Twitch and then they'll find it there. Yeah. So the same place I've been showing you guys where you can go to Amazon. Matter of fact, we're coming up on a coffee break. I'm just going to show it to you really quick. So the Redneck Tech is putting out some security stuff out there for y'all. So you go down here, right there it is. There's our security setup. You guys are more than welcome to get on that, check it out. So, and as you can see, here's some of the stuff that you guys see me fishing with. I tell you what it is. I fish very simple. But here's some of the stuff we need. This is what we're raising money for. Also, if you guys, the other thing is if you guys ever want to just get stuff for us, we're not opposed to that. I know a lot of streamers are like, man, your people will do that for you. And I'm like, all right. What am I doing here? Oh, I just grabbed it from you. My bad. Do you? But you guys are more than welcome to donate just equipment in and of itself. Like Justin got a chair. Matt donated a boat. And that kind of stuff, it goes a long ways. Because then all we do is we take the money for that kind of stuff, and we just move it on to the next stuff to make better stream, make better content, all that kind of stuff. The goal that I have is to become a full-time streamer. And, that comes through community support and getting stuff done, and I'm going to do it. And I plan on, the thing is right now, because my time is so limited, I'm limited to what I can do for content. So... all right, MM, we'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for swinging in. Trying to keep up with the shit talker here, and I'm not doing very good. Don't worry, MM. We all get that way. It is the same deal throughout the thing here. So we are, But by all means, go to the bottom. Remember to do your shopping through Amazon. That kind of stuff. This is some of the equipment that I use. Wolfram Custom Rods. You have to get on Wolfram Custom Rods channel, and he'll give you an email. But he's got a waiting list of about 9 months right now, I believe. So, hell with the boat. I donated coffee at 4 a.m. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Met Matt at a truck stop. Donated me a cup of coffee at 4 a.m. That there was stellar, especially when needed. All right, y'all. We're going to get off of here real quick. We're going to do the coffee break, and we shall be right back. Oh. What are we doing? Am I running this or you running this? All right. I'll just do this part here.
Hey, let's go swimming and not get wet. Hey, let's go gamble on a sucker bet. Let's go swim, let's not get wet. Let's go gamble on a sucker bet. Baby, get out of my life, don't go yet. Hey, let's go talk what we don't know. Let's go sell where the wind don't blow. Let's go talk what we don't know. Let's go sell where the wind don't blow. Baby, you're killing me, but what a way to go. Deep, deep, deeper into credit that I go. The noose around my neck, the trap goes below. She's driving my Cadillac and drinking all my beer. Oh, get away, get away, get away, baby, come here. camps out on the open range, and who stays warm by the campfire flames, drinking their whiskey straight from the jug, shooting their guns because it's the life that they love. Well, tell me, who are the modern cowboys of today? The cowboy had a code to protect his own, and wherever the cowboy camped was a cowboy's home. Well, who still sleeps with a gun in his hand, and who's still ready to take a stand? Who'd rather die in the dead of night than to lose his gear without giving a fight? Well, tell me, who are the modern cowboys of today? The cowboy loved his horse more than his lady true. Well, who loves today in the way that they used to do? They wear rawhide gloves and some even chaps. They ride iron horses with bags and packs, and you call them outlaws that don't belong. They're wild and crazy, full of fire and fun. But tell me, who are the modern cowboys of today? Asked to leave before they ride into town, and who likes to fist fight with anybody around, who chases women all night long, doing everything even when it's wrong, who wears worn Levi's and wiry beards, causes the town folk to hide in fear. Well, tell me, who are the modern cowboys of today? They don't herd cattle or rope or brand the calf. More like the rebs and the drifters that didn't last. Because they ride to live and they live to ride. They love the life of being free to decide, and they'll last as long as they can, you see. But they live in a world that won't let them be. So just like the rebels, they'll all be history. Because they ride to live and they live to ride. They love the life of being free to decide, and they'll last as long as they can, you see. But they live in a world that won't let them be. So just like the rebels, they'll all be history. Tell me, who are the modern cowboys of the day? And who do you see riding across the USA?
You better be ready, ready to roll when I pull up in front of your door. 'Cause I ain't waiting around. Honey, I'm leaving this town. I'm singing a road song and you can sing along. And oh, you better make up your mind. Today's the day I'm leaving. I'm through with empty dreaming. I'm shaking the dust on my shoes. I'm through the blues. I'm leaving this town behind. Honey, stop your crying. Stop crying and take my hand. I ain't spending 30 years dying like Papa trying. Squeeze a living on this life, this old land.
When my eyes met you, I didn't know what to do. I tried to play cool, tried to play it right. Well, I'd be fine if we talked all night. Girl, do you even know you're so beautiful? You're like a wildflower dancing in the sunshine, pure as rain and sweet like a white wine. What you doing later on tonight? Hop on up, let's go for a ride. Come on, let's go. Yeah, where the wind blows. Don't look back. Throw out the map. You can try on my ball cap. Yeah.
sitting next to me. Drink it up like a honeybee. You're so wild, you're so crazy. I like your style, Miss Daisy. You turn to me with that big old smile, and I could go another 100 miles. We tear out of town, your hair falling down. Man, how did I get this unlucky? 'Cause you still blow my mind, even after all of this time. Oh, come on, let's go. Yeah, where the wind blows. Don't look back, throw out the map. You can try on my ball cap. Yeah, we got the windows rolled down. Yeah, and crickets singing in the background. Don't you worry, just stay right there and take a deep breath of the midnight air. Baby, you and me sitting in that tree. Oh, girl, you know what's
This is
next.
corporate.
Yeah, I want you, I will confess. So let's do this right. We can go all night, chase the sunsets down the gravel road, pull you in tight and hold you close. So come on, let's go where the wind blows. Don't look back, throw out the map. You can try on my ball cap. Got the windows rolled down, the crickets singing in the background. Don't you worry, just stay right there and take a deep breath of the midnight air. Of the midnight air.
Make sure y'all go check out Travis here. Let me put this up here. Tech posted the link. Definite friend of the show. Go in, check him out, give him some support. And once you're over there on YouTube, check us out too, please. Please do that. So, yeah. Maybe we can get something figured out. Maybe we'll get some written permission from him to run it out. Maybe we'll just have to go through the whole process of being able to put that out there as content. I know he doesn't have a problem with us promoting his music, but apparently you have to have it in writing, and then you have to wait for all the said people above. The reason I'm on the little screen is because I'm fixing to show you something. This guy is paving the way in this is Steven Crowder. This is somebody that I'm a big fan of. I am going to show you all what he is exactly going through right now. But you are on the Invasion Nation Morning Show, brought to you by me, yours truly, the Redneck Invasion, powered by Twitch. They don't endorse anything I do, but they give me a platform to do it. So thank you, Twitch. Also, just a few shout outs here to Mill Pond Salon. Guys, again, I can't tell you this enough, okay? All you got to do is this. Bring your wives, your girlfriends, your daughters, whatever. Bring them there. Get the full package done. The hair, the nails, everything. And bring your fishing poles, man. These kids are yanking. Matter of fact, I think next weekend, if the weather is nice, I'm not even going to bring them. I'm not going to take the boat out right away. I'm going to go down there behind Mill Pond Salon, and I'm going to hammer some fish on stream just so you guys can see exactly what's going to go on. All right. I think I'm going to do that next weekend so you can see that I am not bullshitting. All right. Also, the other thing is big shout out to Iams Garage and KJ's Quick Stop for keeping me on the road personally. They don't go through and sponsor the show, but a big shout out to them. I also want to give a big shout out to Australia's Fishing for getting us over our 500 mark. 30 Says for always shouting us out. That's family over there. He's part of the Invasion Nation. Huge shout out to 30 Says. Killer Steven. These guys are all people that I've told you about. By all means, go check them out. Check out their live streams. I'm not streaming all the time, so I don't expect you to turn your Twitch off because we do definitely support Twitch. So go check out their streams. And yeah. So we're, and everybody that comes in here, I mean, people that support us, we want to support them. Like 24 Clips and those guys, we want to see those. Ohio, all those guys that come in here. So, yeah, if you see them, fire them up, check them out. I'll definitely shout them out as they come in. So we're going to check out Crowder's deal here. It's about a 10-minute video, so check it out, and we'll talk about this after the fact. Let me know what you guys think.
And this is yet another giant company trying to lean. This is corporate censorship. And this is yet another giant company trying to lean on this channel, your channel, and the content that you've created. And this is a war I want to make sure that everyone understands. We will fight to the absolute bitter end, both legally and publicly. So if you've clicked on this video, it's the exact opposite of clickbait. The title, it's pretty much exactly what you would expect. Yeah. The host of Vox has actively, it's been brought to my attention, been on a campaign to get this channel banned, removed from YouTube, from encouraging viewers in massive flagging campaigns to directly communicating with YouTube in order to try and get me in these videos completely removed from the platform. A couple of the tweets, by refusing to enforce its anti-harassment policy, YouTube is helping incredibly powerful cyberbullies go to this dude's videos and flag them, question mark. So not a lot of conviction there. Seems like a question tossed to the audience. No. Let me explain the more sinister context at play here. First, I've been accused of playing a part, or this person, Carlos Maza, having been doxxed. I have always condemned and continue to condemn, discourage any and all forms of doxing or targeted harassment of anyone online, okay? I've been consistent, so please don't do that here. I know some of you will get obviously mad, maybe a little enraged at some of the information you're about to hear, but please don't do that. Be above that. If there's any proof that I've actively encouraged people to dox this person or anyone, I will profusely apologize. Any proof. Here's the thing. Of the tens of millions of cumulative plays on our rebuttals to Vox on this channel, every single one of them is about criticizing their ideas or incorrect assumptions. Every instance has been about fighting bad information with better information. Now, Carlos Maza is upset. Okay, listen, have I ever called you, Carlos, the gay Latino host at Fox? Yes, of course. But that's friendly ribbing. And, you know, I genuinely wouldn't consider you being that upset about it, considering your handle is @gaywonk. Yeah. Did I ever offhandedly use the term lispy queer? I really don't remember it, but it sounds like me. Why? Because you speak with the lisp and you refer to yourself as a queer. That, along with the LGBTQ moniker, has genuinely made me think that queer is one of the more suitable terms. If not, I don't understand the rule book. Please correct me. Also, by the way, it's fun. And this is a comedy show. Lispy queer is harmless, and I enjoy saying it. And you're not alone. Quarter black Garrett, half Asian lawyer Bill Richmond. Yeah. I won't apologize for it, just like I won't apologize for the socialisms for fig shirts, which they now want to have actively removed, available at loudandclattershop.com. If using your words taken directly from the acronym you regularly tout is now hate speech, no one can understand the rules. And that's kind of the point, isn't it? Make no mistake, this isn't about me versus some guy at Vox, okay? This is an example of a giant corporate media entity trying to silence voices that they don't like. They've received over $200 million total from NBC Universal Comcast. It's tough to find the numbers, but at least $200 million. By contrast, this channel is funded by mugs, okay? It's funded by you joining Mug Club. And we literally had to create Mug Club to sustain ourselves precisely to fight these kinds of mass flagging campaigns and the subsequent demonetization. So here's the scary part. Now YouTube has responded to the gay Latino host of Vox, Carlos Maza.
I want to point something out in this really quick. As he's talking about this, now you guys understand why we are changing over from platform to platform, why we are on Twitch. Eventually, we're probably going to be in the same boat unless things change. Okay? Oh, Jerry, you got your first star even. I want to point this out because this is very important. I want you guys to listen to what he's saying. They created a subscription web page. Even though they're still creating content everywhere they can, they created a web page so that the way things can be found. Okay, Crazy Lady from the Farm, good to see you. So this is why we're over on Twitch, and don't be surprised if you see us creating a subscription web page for that very reason. Okay, so be very be paying attention very close because this affects people like me greatly.
That they're grateful to have been made aware and they're looking into our channel further. And immediately, actually, I realized some old Vox rebuttal videos were manually reviewed. No more ads running on them. Wow. Now, in contrast, let me explain this. I don't get that kind of response from YouTube. Okay? We've had legal battles. You know this. Half Asian lawyer Bill Richmond's talked about it. For example, Warner Chappelle, the Dr. Love parody, took us several weeks to fight it. We won. Guess what? They false claimed us again for that same music video, and we have to go through the whole process again. Well, we sent it to YouTube and said, listen, this is something we've already fought. We won. You know what? No one's reaching out to us personally on Twitter and saying that we want to direct message you. And here's the important thing. When it comes to YouTube policy, we here are not only following the law, we're not only following their guidelines, but both myself and my half-Asian lawyer, Bill Richmond, have attended multiple summits with YouTube, including at the YouTube headquarters in New York. We followed up with members of their legal department to ensure that we are following the rules. But even when we do, we get hit with the false claims, the false copyrights. When we verifiably, invariably win legally, we get spammed again. It starts all over without the help from YouTube that we see going to Vox, who is actively trying to remove this channel. And I'm really hoping that this doesn't apply to supposed hate speech, these kinds of wishy-washy rules. I'm really hoping that YouTube doesn't capitulate to a multi-hundred-million-dollar corporation who've had a long history of advocating corporate censorship. You can go watch it for yourself. I'm hoping YouTube doesn't cave simply because of political and huge financial pressure. And I want to be really clear here, this is not really an example of hate speech or even just offensive speech versus a self-proclaimed queer creator. This is an example of a giant multinational media conglomeration in NBC attempting to squash a competitor, attempting to squash a much smaller, truly independent, completely independently funded creator. Why? Because on an even platform of content, Vox and NBC can't compete. With their hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising, staff, studios, accounting, with so many of their videos being featured on trending, and their direct line, as we see, to the higher-ups at YouTube, they can't get their head around why this content is more appealing to you, the viewer, than theirs. This isn't about me versus someone at...
Okay, did you hear that part? Now, understand this because of our following on Facebook. Now, we're not quite on their level or anything like that. People cannot wrap their heads around how a fat 40-year-old man, a fat 40-year-old guy can get support, can advocate, and can bark and people listen. They don't understand this. We're going through this constantly. The same thing he's going through, we're going through it on a smaller level. But this is what you guys think that what happens when I'm off camera is any less busy than what's going on, because the Redneck Tech is always on doing something. The agency's always like, jeepers Christ, man, how do we combat this? This is what they do. This is what we deal with on a daily basis. We deal with the same stuff. Not to mention the fact you think I get death threats. You should see the shit this guy gets. And it's by crybaby people. That's all they do. This guy's got multi-million-dollar corporations. I just got one multi-billion-dollar corporations coming after him. I just got one multi-millionaire coming after me. So, but still, this is what happens. You know, this is exactly what we go through. I want you guys to keep paying attention to this because this is exactly what's going on. And this is a guy, okay, this is a guy who has a serious show. This is a guy who employs like 15 or 16 people to put this show on. And right now I've got me and the Redneck Tech and Vapor who are all doing this on a volunteer basis. This guy has a full legal team at him, watching his ass constantly. Just so you guys know, this is, if they're going after him, they're definitely coming after me.
Vox. This is about NBC Universal. This is about Disney, Vice. This is about ABC Oscars versus you, the viewer. You've made this content more popular than theirs. This content hasn't been featured. Good luck finding it in suggested videos or autoplay. You have made the judgment that this content should be there. And in their mind, with all of the resources spent, it really shouldn't even be close. This is David versus Goliath. Now, I've had my half-Asian lawyer, Bill Richmond, reach out to YouTube already. We'll keep you in the loop as all of this unfolds, because I really don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. I'm hoping that Vox doesn't succeed. I'm hoping that this channel doesn't get banned. I don't think we will. But most importantly, I'm really hoping that YouTube is not communicating back and forth with Vox, NBC to soft ban us through tactics like restricting more of our videos. So it'd be hard to restrict more of them, demonetizing them, or preventing them from showing up in organic search, because those are the things that are hard to prove, and it happens all the time. Those are the kinds of actions that most people will never know. Make no mistake, this is corporate censorship. And this is yet another giant company trying to lean on this channel, your channel, and the content that you've created. And this is a war I want to make sure that everyone understands. We will fight to the absolute bitter end, both legally and publicly, leaving it all on the field. Sometimes you don't really get to pick the hill that you die on. I didn't expect this morning. Certainly didn't expect a tweet storm with tens of thousands of likes and retweets, which, by the way, is really crazy when you consider that no others get any interactions. I wonder who's amplifying it. You don't always get to pick the hill you die on. Sometimes you just have to accept it. I've seen the hill, and I accept. I accept this hill. So listen, if you want to support the content, if you want to continue to see this, if you want this content to continue at all, please do consider joining at Mug Club. LottoCreditor.com/Mug Club. It's $99 a year annually, $69 for students, veterans, military. If you join, you get to see the kind of daily content that we would never upload to YouTube. All kinds of content. You only see a small snippet on YouTube. That's the part that's allowable. I can't imagine if they went behind the paywall. And who knows, in the future, Mug Club may be the only place you get to see our content at all. So I really appreciate, and you don't have to. Many of you have joined in recent months. I really appreciate those who choose to support this content. I know that everyone out there could find a way to rip it or get it for free somewhere else.
Okay. Guys, I want you to understand. This is what we go through on a constant basis here on this channel. Okay, this is exactly what we go through. You look at Facebook. Facebook has an option to monetize videos. Monetize is where, by them running ads on your videos and by them using your videos for promotions or using your videos to promote poor people. And trust me, we've learned that Facebook will use it to promote not only good, but they'll use it to promote anger and do whatever else. YouTube has made or Facebook has made a lot of money on my videos. A lot, because I've been creating content over there for pretty close to 5 years. Okay. Do you know how much they've given old Redneck here? The big goose egg. The big goose egg. Okay. Because we've been recognized as a monetizable page. But they find reasons, just like YouTube. We're going through the same thing with YouTube, and we're going to be going through the exact same stuff. Now, the thing is on a platform, they, unless we're directing, like he said, directing harm to ourselves or somebody else, they shouldn't have any reason to be coming after us. None. Even playing by their rules. Here's the thing. Now, these people, between the big social media companies, they've spent over $4 trillion in lobbyists and so forth and supporting campaigns because they want to they want to have their way. And if they support the Democrats, they know the Democrats will let them have their way as long as they take guys like me off of social media. Guys like Steven Crowder, guys like Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens. As long as they start censoring and taking those people off, this is what's going to happen. The next step is going to be everybody's just going to have their own web pages, and you're going to see things like YouTube and Facebook and things like that die. That's literally what's going to happen. So, again, just know that it is very real. Redneck Tech has got a lighter video for us to check out, so we're going to check that out. Just so you guys know, this shit is extremely real. People think I talk about this and it's a joke. Upchurch has been hit. Adam Calhoun has been hit. I mean, all these guys have been hit. Redneck Nation has been hit. These guys have all gotten hit through some form of social media. All of them. And we're right there in line with them. We're getting hit too. And people don't understand that.
Louder with Crowder Studios, protected exclusively by Walther and Hopper.
Oh, yeah, this is his new one. They're gonna hammer him on this one too for copyright infringement, which is, he wins them every time. But as you can see, they make him go through it again. This is great. You guys gotta watch this.
Who's the head honcho around here?
Hi. Who are you?
Well, sir, my name is Stephen Crowder, and these here are the Mug Club Z's from Louder with Crowder, late night comedy of salvation to salve the soul. And we hear you might have a platform for us to upload our videos to.
Well, that all depends. You boys do conservative videos?
Sir, we are that's all except our all except our half Asian lawyer standing in the corner over there.
Well, I really don't do conservative videos. I'm looking for more SJW socialist material. Well, we just started featuring 5 Young Turk videos every day, deplatforming everybody else. So thanks for stopping by.
Well, sir, Mug Club and Louder with Crowder have been steeped in socialism. Heck, you silly with it, ain't you, Z's?
Hell, Beto.
That's right. We ain't really conservatives.
All except that half Asian lawyer standing in the corner over there.
I have a show in constant sorrow. It's seen trouble all its day. I've been shadow demonetized. Notifications won't work for days.
Yep. Got all that going on.
Notifications won't work for days. For 3 long years I've been in trouble.
Dick, you need to get this my theme song. Get on it. I want rights to this for my theme song. I need this.
For Susan Wojcicki deemed our content classified as borderline. It's classified as borderline. Then I hired a man who was half Asian. He practiced law, that's what they say. Now he sticks it to those big tech bitches. He puts the lips in litigate. He puts the lips in litigate.
And demonetized.
Story of my life. I'd be a millionaire right now on old ScrewTube if I wasn't demonetized or on Facebook. We need to get a hold of. We got to get a hold of Steven Crowder. I need to use that. I need that to be my theme song. That needs to be my show opener. Every day. I need that one. That one, I laugh about it, but it's true. It hurts. One thing you do as a content creator is you always want these platforms to pay you because they're running ads on your shit. Okay? They're doing all this stuff and you really want to make it that way, and it's like, and the only way you truly make it is by your supporters. And that's what it comes down to. That's the shit part is it hurts. Maybe if I learned to be a better game player or something, learn how to play video games better and compete with the 900 other million kids who think that they can get on YouTube and be a video game player or Twitch. Maybe that's what I need to do. Young lady on Facebook, she's articulated, well-informed. I've shared some of her videos. She has been banned from Facebook several times. I messaged her to check out Twitch and Redneck Invasion, both on Twitch and Facebook, as well as the Invasion Nation. I'm hoping she does. Her name is Aveline Horn. Oh, yeah. I know her. She's I believe she petitioned Facebook because Facebook labeled her as a domestic terrorist, if I remember correctly. And she's kind of in the same boat I am. She doesn't have a big fancy legal team or anything like that. You know, Steven Crowder's kind of paving the way for a lot of us. Ben Shapiro is paving the way for us. You know, and we're kind of riding on their coattails. I'm not going to lie about it. We're guys like me are kind of riding on their coattails and hoping that that as long as they keep continuing, at least we'll have some case law and some stuff to fall back on. You know, I'm hoping that when it gets to congressional sessions, because of his following, that people like Steven Crowder are going to get up there and say, hey, this is what they're doing to me, and this isn't right. And I can see it happening because this guy is all over the place. And we can only hope, but you know, we hope for the best and prepare for the worst around here. And this is literally what the Redneck Tech is working on constantly. Not only helping me keep this going, but and I work on the content side of it, but the Redneck Tech is working on all the time. Where's the next place we're going to be taking the Invasion Nation? Because as you guys seen, I just got over a month ban on Facebook. You know, I just got over, you know, we're getting on YouTube, but YouTube is finding every reason they can to demonetize me as we're starting. You know, I've had videos go #1 on Facebook for their categories. Or on YouTube. I was Facebook's hot topic. I wasn't even doing anything on Twitter, and I became the hot topic for a Facebook video. Everybody was posting my Facebook video on Twitter. And guess what? Not a single solitary red cent. So everybody who thinks that I'm in this for the money, you can piss off. I mean, seriously. You know, I hear this all the time. Oh, you're just in it for the money. Shit. Everything that has come out of what the Invasion Nation is, everything that has been done for the Invasion Nation has come out of mine or the Redneck Tech's pocket. Every dollar of it. Okay, the stuff that you guys are donating, the stuff that you guys have donated is going for stuff like TwitchCon, which Romaine Berg, my agency, has said, well, if they keep donating, we'll make up whatever you're going to TwitchCon. We've got equipment we're doing, you know, that we're getting up on. And you guys are helping this. This show is about you guys. You know, if it weren't for you guys, I mean, seriously, I would not be on Twitch right now. If it wasn't for your adamant support and your adamant following and people reaching out, hey, how can we help you? You know, that's really what it is. You know, Tech and I were talking about it Friday, man. The Invasion Nation means so much to us. It's not even funny. I mean, literally, we both have stuff that we have to do throughout the day, but this is on our brain constantly is this program. And in the meantime, none of these places, whatever they are, the publishers No! No, no! Why would you do such a thing? That's so mean. Baby shark. All right, Brent, I appreciate you.
Making them dirt road dollars, way out yonder, having them holler.
By the way, Brent, I'm gonna give you a huge shout out, man. Thanks for helping Justin out with his vehicle out there. I know I heard you went through some hell working on that. Baby Shark might have to go. It gets flagged. See, this is what I mean. This is Twitch's soundboard option, and it gets flagged. They give you the equipment, okay? Twitch is fine with it. But because we're cross-streaming, other platforms like, oh, no, can't use it. So... Oh. I got the damn hiccups again. So, who did that shit? Oh, Dr. Zigzag.
Do you suck dicks? Sir, no, sir. Bullshit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. Sir, no, sir.
Yeah. So here's the issue. You know, the thing is with the Invasion Nation Morning Show and the crew that is behind helping us out, we've got people like, Vapor, who's come in as a moderator, and we've got, the Redneck Tech, who handles the tech side of stuff, and we got Dr. Zigzag creating stuff, and we got everybody who's helping us out. And in the meantime, they don't see the support that we have. We're labeled as hate speech because we call things out that are simple, like gender identity. We talk about that, and I mean, heaven forbid that we don't agree with what mainstream media says. And believe it or not, our view is the worldwide view of these things. Okay, the worldwide view of these things is okay. Even scientifically, even the scientific community says if you're born with a penis, you're a boy. If you're born with a vagina, you're a girl. How is it a little kid on Kindergarten Cop had it straight? Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. Is that or is that not what they said? And that's what it is. We are like Trump. We just say what it is. And sometimes I fly off the cuff and whatever else. And that's what it is, Dr. Zigzag. The thing is we're not going to agree with each other 100%. I'm going to say stuff that people don't agree with. They're going to say stuff that I don't agree with, but it is what it is. That's one thing that I've always held as an open forum. But when you get on here and you just troll, like James, James gets on there and he just trolls and trolls and trolls and trolls, but he makes no point. And finally, after, 4 or 5 years... Dr. Zigzag, you dick.
Do you suck dicks? Sir,
yes,
no,
he does.
Sir. Bullshit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. Sir, no, sir.
And he's a pro. So, but the whole thing is it's like this. I don't expect people to agree with me 100%. I don't expect people to, I don't expect that, I don't expect that out of anybody. Okay, it is what it is. This is my opinion. This is what I think, and I'm a lot of times corrected. I will sit down and I will have talks with Redneck Tech and things of that nature, and I'll get into a chat with Dr. Zigzag, and I can be corrected, and I will tell you when I can be corrected. But I also like to juxtapose a lot. I like to throw things out there and just see where people stand on it. I want to see where people stand on it. He can force you to agree with him. You both can't be right. But we also understand that without all of us, the Redneck Invasion doesn't exist. Without you guys, this is why it is a family here. Without you guys, without the Redneck Tech, without people like Dr. Zigzag and Vapor, this does not exist. It just doesn't, because you as followers and supporters of the Redneck Invasion, we're basically talking to air, and the message is not getting out there. Okay, without Redneck Tech support, this computer would just sit here and I'd be watching YouTube on it. Is about all it would be good for at that point. And by then I would probably fuck it up and it would just be sitting here. With people like Dr. Zigzag, who creates the redneckinvasion.org page and updates that with the new stuff. Vapor coming in with the videos and doing the moderating on the page and helping us out with that, because I'm not good at that shit. Everybody plays a key part here, and nobody's greater or less than anybody else here, and that's the way I want to keep it, and that's the way it works, and without, you son of a mother flower! How did you get... Oh, Tech, you're fired. You're fired. Oh. Oh. Look at what he paid for that one. That was supposed to be like 5 million bits.
You're fired. Get out of here. 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 You're fired. Get out of here.
Asshole.
You're fired. Get out of
here. But here's the thing. You know, in any family, you're going to have disagreements. All right? In any family, you're going to have disagreements. Any family, you're going to have, you know, not only disagreements, but you're just going to have straight out arguments. And it is what it is. Truth of the matter is, I'm just a blue collar guy. I'm not all knowing. I'm not all powerful. I go to work every day. You know, I live in a small house in a small town. All right. I've got bills that I have to pay every month. Those of you who are watching the stream this past weekend, you know, I put, stop whining, take it like a man. Hey, you sit here with your headphones on and let Redneck Tech turn them motherfuckers all the way up, turn the board all the way up, and let it blow out your damn eardrums day after day. Take it like a man. But, you know, here's the thing. It's what it is. Got him! I love that video. When that video first came out, I love that thing. Yeah, but you could turn yours down. I don't have a choice on mine. Redneck Tech fucks with all this stuff, so I know. Okay, and that's the thing. I'm literally electronic stupid. You know, I literally am. Now car audio stuff I'm pretty good at. Car audio stuff I'm pretty good at, and yeah. I force his volume to 100% on the soundboard. He doesn't get a choice, and he's fucking right. Like literally, you guys have no idea how loud this. And I have very good. These are actually gaming headphones. These aren't your typical. You know, these aren't your typical headphones. These are made for gaming. The sound quality of these things are ridiculous. Okay, they're absolutely ridiculous. Gotta go 11. Yeah, system override. I and my wife don't argue anymore. She agrees with me and then does what she wants when I'm trucking. Yep. I concur with that. I concur with that. I wouldn't be surprised if that son of a bitch has got an amplifier on here somewhere. There's a whole lot of zooms and whams around here that I'm scared to touch. And I'm not kidding y'all. I was hooking up the microphone with the new cord yesterday, and I was scared shitless. You know, because it's like, I remember one time I was touching some stuff, and I really fucked it up. Redneck Tech had to run over here, drive all the way over here, and fix the shit. He's like, don't touch it! You guys have seen him yell at me 100 times over, don't touch that! Leave that shit alone! And that's literally what it's like. It caused that big of a delay on the audio. Well, maybe I'm going to have to switch my monitors around and go back to the shorter cord. I'll have to put my main monitor on the other side, which really sucks, because that means I'll be sitting like this. I could do that, though. Yeah, I can do that. I'll switch that around. And that's the thing. We're learning. You guys would not believe how much money has been wasted on just learning. Like, literally. Like, we just bought a 10-foot cord. That's no good. Because now it's delaying the audio. So now we got to go back to the other cord. Back to the shorter cord. Okay? we've bought a set of headphones that don't they hurt my head. Honestly, there's so much stuff that has been invested in that we have to find out like these. Now I use this one just so I feel like I didn't waste money, but these don't stand up. When you extend these out like I need them, I wanted it because it had a smaller footprint for like inside the boat, but it doesn't stand up. So now I have to create mounts to work in the boat, and like we bought a phone mount for the Suburban. So when I'm in the Suburban, but it doesn't work that well. My phone's too heavy for it. I basically have to have this thing braced up. So, and the tech spares nothing when it comes to good equipment. Like I have I guess my camera is supposed to be one of the top of the line. My microphone's one of the top of the line. But I've got to get, the thing is we're running broke quick trying to make this thing. Well, we are broke. I'm broke, but we're donating whatever we can to get stuff done. So, yeah, we can't stream in full 4K yet. A lot of the older phones can't handle it. A lot of the rural internet can't handle it quite yet. We tried running full throttle for 2 days, and literally everybody's stuff was lagging out. So we had to turn a lot of stuff down. We were definitely powered to stream in the highest quality, but we understand that devices and certain internets can't handle that yet. So, but we're prepared for when it happens. We're definitely prepared for when it happens. We usually agree to disagree. However, by watching this show has been an issue. My husband doesn't like watching. He gets upset if I talk anything we talk about on here. Since we were married, politics has been kind of an off-limits subject. And that's the thing. When you have, my brother goes through that. His significant other, they have opposing political views. So they don't talk politics in their house. My wife and I actually have the same political views. She came from being opposite of me, but then when she sees what it is that I had to go through, it changed her political outlook a lot. When she's seen what we've had to go through on social media, it changed her political outlook a lot. And my wife and I really don't talk politics. She'll ask me questions on what I think, and I'll ask her what she thinks, but other than that, we really don't talk about it. And there's two things they tell you not to talk about in a conversation: politics and religion. And I talk about all of it just because I put it out there. And I get tons of disagreement. I'm not mad about it. It is what it is. My cat doesn't care what I say as long as it doesn't affect her feeding time. My hubby and I have the same political views, but I think he's just jealous because I get to watch and he doesn't because he's working. Well, you have to teach him how to put one of them Bluetooth wireless things in his ears, and he can listen. He just shoves his phone in his pocket and he can listen. We got lots of people that do that. We got lots of work lurkers. We got people that turn us on in the shop and they listen to us and things like that. We got people that listen to us from work all the time. And that just is what it is. And as this show grows and develops and things like that, as the Redneck Tech has done, now we have the morning show videos on YouTube. We have them on Facebook. So, and eventually, once funding's right, we'll probably develop our own webpage to where we can put this stuff on there. It'll probably be on the redneckinvasion.org page or whatever. So that way you guys will be able to see full videos. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. We're on that. Where's the video? Is this the video? Oh, that's more stories. Okay, so here's your guy. All right, here's the deal. I've been following the story. I was kind of waiting to come out with all of it until he's been sentenced. He did plead guilty. His mom said he's definitely not right. Redneck Tech's going to take over here. Thank you. Here's our guy. I got to remember to do that. I'm horrible with that. Emmanuel Aranda, I think his last name is pronounced. He's agreed to serve 19 years in prison, which means he'll do about 12 in the Minnesota state system. Here's the deal. Yeah, matter of fact, he was sentenced at 9 o'clock this morning. The thing with him is his mom said he's very mentally challenged. Okay. Very mentally challenged. He's the guy who threw the 5-year-old boy over the railing at the Mall of America a couple months ago. You remember when we got on and started talking about that? And we were trying to find the story, and they weren't releasing any information about it. He went in with the intentions to kill somebody. That was his deal. He went in with the full intentions of killing somebody, and that 5-year-old boy became the victim. Luckily, he's lived through it. He's still going, I believe he's still in the hospital. He's still going through some stuff. I don't believe he's suffered any serious brain injuries as far as I know. But, yeah, Poo Ninja, classic case of poor mental health care in the United States. And that's the thing. You know, and everybody says, oh, you can plead insanity and get off. He got 19 years. Agreed to serve 19 years for premeditated murder. I believe that's what he was charged with. To try and kill Lana on April 12th. Yeah. I believe it's premeditated murder that he was charged with. And he pled guilty. You know, he told him that he went in there with the intent to kill somebody, and that poor boy was just the target. Or that poor boy would just happen to be the one right there. When our kids were growing up, I talked with them about things, but talked to them from both points of view and let them decide. My daughter doesn't agree with me now, and so we just don't talk about it. My son doesn't agree. My son does agree, and we do talk about things, but they're all grown up. I don't for sure where my husband stands on things. He kind of wavers, doesn't talk about it. Jerry, my mom and I don't talk about politics because we stand on completely opposite sides. My mom and I do not talk about it. You know. So, did you see that cop that killed the lady in Minneapolis, and now his lawyers are trying to get him probation instead of... Oh, yeah. He's trying to appeal his entire case. Mohammed Noor. Yeah, he's trying to appeal his entire case. I don't think he's going to get any play on it. I really don't. Because of the fact that, you know, there's a lawsuit against him also, because he's pulled his gun more than once for simple traffic stops. You know, it really, he's the guy was 5 years prior to that was labeled mentally unstable by a police psychologist, but because he was the poster child for refugees, he was labeled the poster child for refugees that they just kept him on. And the guy just was not set to be an officer. Give me 1 second here. I know the show's up. All right, Matt. We'll catch you tomorrow. Are you on the road this week, Matt? But anyways, yeah. There it is. Can we get some emoji love for everybody? I mean, everybody across the Invasion Nation, Redneck Tech, Dr. Zigzag, Vapor. I just want to say the emojis up there. I mean, this is our emojis are going out Twitch wide. People are coming over here to subscribe just to get the emojis, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, let's get that out there. If you got them, use them. If you ain't got them, go find them. Get them out there. I'm a doctor. Back up in here. More bagpipes for the people. Yeah, man. Well, Redneck Tech said I'm going to be I didn't realize you put yourself at the top of that fucking leaderboard again. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off of here. Don't forget, check out 30 Says. Check out Killer Steven. Australia's Fishing. Check those guys out. Also, Wolf from Custom Rods. We're going to get off of here. Until then, I appreciate y'all. Keep them cold. Keep the bottoms up, and Redneck is definitely going to holler at you later. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, our Facebook, and get yourself out there live now. Look at that. Damn. All right, y'all. We'll holler at y'all in a minute.